Now, 83 Britons who were quarantined on the Wirral for 2 weeks after being flown back from Wuhan in China are waking up to normal life this morning. They've been released from Arrowe Park Hospital after testing negative for the deadly coronavirus. Well, this was the moment. One of them, a very relieved Matt Raw, who left the hospital yesterday. What's it like being home?
Well, I'm not sure I'd call waking up to a camera in my living room a normal morning, but it's definitely good to be home. The front door opened okay, the house hadn't blown down in the storms, the heating was on, the lights were working, so it's good to be back.
Yeah, I mean, the way you walked out there, it was like you'd scored a goal in the FA Cup final. You literally tasted freedom, didn't you? We've got a clip of you having your first pint down the pub. Let's have a look at it.
First pint of freedom. Man, that tastes good.
Yeah, you look like you're enjoying that. So what's it like now? You're sort of doing everything for the first time again, having had, well, not been allowed to do all these things.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, all my time in Arrowe Park, the staff have been absolutely wonderful, as I've said numerous times, and obviously the media has kept me a little bit busy. But yeah, today it's back to normal. You know, once we're done here, I'm taking the car for its MOT. I've got to go and stock the house up with groceries again. So back to all the mundane things.
You probably found a few mouldy things in the fridge, I guess, as you were expecting to be home a bit earlier. But on a serious note, when you maybe had a little snivel or a cough when you were in quarantine, did you worry each time that happened?
No, not really. I mean, I've actually always, every single morning since I was about 10 years old, I wake up, I cough, and you know, half an hour later, I'm absolutely fine. So it's sort of, you know, you put those thoughts to the back of your mind, and you just get on with it. And I mean, I actually had one of those little temperature guns. We'd already been testing our temperatures regularly in Wuhan. We were quarantined ourselves at home, and so to actually, you know, to bring that with us, we were checking ourselves regularly, and obviously we had all the staff at the hospital checking us. So with no rising temperatures, you know, we felt okay, we're okay. We don't need to worry just yet.
And your story is obviously a good news story, and everybody who was in quarantine with you, but you've obviously seen the news, and you saw the news while you were in quarantine. It's not a good news story for lots of people. What do you make of what's happening in China at the moment?
No, I mean, it is ultimately a desperately sad situation. You know, thousands of people have lost their lives. There are tens of thousands of people that have become infected by this virus, and it's not just in China as well. I mean, you know, it's across the world. That said, the Chinese authorities, they have jumped on this. I mean, to build 3 new hospitals, 6 days apiece. You know, I'd just love to see the guys at Whitehall send an email out to convene a meeting to discuss the building of a hospital in 6 days. So, you know, they really, really do care for their people very, very much, and they are trying their best. And I don't think there is any other nation in the world that is capable of the feat that they've actually they've undertaken so far.
Would
My
you
best
go back?
wishes just go out to all of them.
And would you be going back to Wuhan in the not too distant future?
I don't know about the not too distant, but you know, Knutsford is home, Wuhan is home. You know, of course we will be going back there eventually. You know, let's not forget this could have happened anywhere in the world. You know, in my lifetime, we've had a number of health scares across the UK. It just happens that it was in Wuhan, and so I'm not afraid of going back there. They will get it sorted, and you know, we'll be more than glad to go back when the time is right.
Well, Matt, it's good to talk to you, and I hope that MOT goes well.